one of the main targets of US saber-rattling, North Korea, has compared Team Trump's approach now to that of gangsters. Pyongyang says Washington is becoming reckless and dangerous after Trump's threat to destroy North Korea if conflict broke out. Let's go to Joseph Cheng for live comment on this, political analyst and professor at the Hong Kong City University. Hi, sir. Thanks for being with us. So, tensions are still high in the region, yet North Korea has released another provocative statement. Do you expect Pyongyang to act on it or not?
Well, this kind of statement is to be expected. We expect this kind of national mobilization campaign because it serves two purposes. It will enhance the legitimacy of the Kim Jong-un regime and its foreign policy, and it also helps to persuade the population to tolerate with the hardships brought about by the international economic sanctions, which are now being felt. And certainly ordinary people feel the hardships more than the military and political elites. This kind of propaganda and mobilization campaign, one expects to be fairly effective at this stage.
Yeah, and there's a worry that maybe North Korea is going to conduct some sort of missile test again at some point, maybe middle of next week. Are you hearing that too?
Yes, I think the North Korean regime is preparing the world for this kind of news so as to minimize the surprise element. Actually, the strategy is quite predictable. Certainly, the North Korean regime is not going to give up its weapons program, nuclear weapons program. It will continue to improve its nuclear weapons technology by enlarging its payload, by making the warheads smaller and so on, and it will continue to improve its missile technology, certainly extending the range of its long-range missiles so as to ensure that they will be able to reach the west coast of the United States.
But Donald Trump's kind of backing himself more and more into a corner, hasn't he? He's predicted fire will rain down on North Korea if it continues to provoke America, etc., or any of its allies. I suppose if there is some kind of test next week, then it's going to be back over to Donald Trump in this ongoing tit for tat to see what he does next, yeah?
Yes, we do not see a very credible strategy yet. Certainly, the Donald Trump administration has indicated that it will not aim at regime change in North Korea, and at the same time, a kind of surgical strike against North Korean nuclear and missile capabilities are also very risky. Such a surgical strike will be opposed by South Korea as well as strongly by China and Russia. And it will be also quite dangerous and risky because North Korea is certainly expected to hit back at Seoul as well as at the American military bases in South Korea and even Japan. So we do not see a credible strategy on the part of the Donald Trump administration. It is not prepared to negotiate, to offer a grand bargain, and it does not really have a credible military strategy at this stage. And we also know for sure that diplomatic condemnation and economic sanctions are not going to persuade North Korea to give up its nuclear weapons program.
All right, thanks for your thoughts. We'll follow what happens early next week very closely and maybe have you back on again then on the programme. For now, Joseph Cheng, Professor, Political Analyst at Hong Kong City University. Thank you.